What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Wow, I just totally, we're just gonna skip the intro. So they came out with some update notes. As you guys see, these are server planned balance changes. So these are nothing that are, there. Like, they're not solid, obviously. These are what they're testing for, what people should do, and feedback. And they also, like I was guessing a couple weeks ago, did come out with the cabin fusion event, which is pretty cool. I just used my Harpy. I'm working on getting a Torero, and then I might craft another cabin or purchase another one. We'll see. They also have the Keeper Deluxe Edition. So you get your Yangwang, whatever you want to call it, and your small tracks and hardened tracks. It's a pretty good pack. It's kind of expensive, but you get some pretty good parts with it. The small track are definitely worth it. The Chameleon Mark 1 is awesome. And all these decorations sell for a decent amount of coin. But, that's my personal opinion of it. It don't have to be, whatever. But there's that. And so let's jump right in here to the update notes. I already have them pulled open. Okay, well, we'll just reopen them. Hope you guys are all doing well. And things are going wells for you. There we go. Alrighty, guys. So planned balance changes of the update 13.50 server test. That's kind of cool. He's photochrome. But what the fuck? Why would that be on a drone? No, that is totally a lull. I didn't even realize that, dude. Anyway, hello. Today we'd like to present to you all of the balance changes that are currently planned for the upcoming update. All changes and new features can be tested on a special server. First, let's figure out what is going to change. And then this is obviously the disclaimer. We remind you that none of the new features described in the dev blog are not final. They may be changed or introduced into the game, or may not be implemented into the game at all. So it's a disclaimer. Alrighty, guys. So this is a big one because I have heard a lot about this. Built-in scopes. So what does that mean? Scopes into the cabin? Scopes where? You know what I mean? So it says right now, we have taken your feedback from the previous testing of built-in scopes into account, and we are ready to present you with the final version of this feature. All armored vehicles in the game will receive a built-in scope. It is not as effective as the module scopes, but still allows you to zoom the camera on the target and lowers the point of view, which can be useful when shooting at medium range, as well as compensate for the parallax effect. Parallax? I don't know. Parallax? The built-in scope has two magnification modes. You can activate the scope with the default key or reconfigure it in your device's layout settings, gamepad, blah blah blah. It is no longer necessary to assign a separate group of weapons for a scope. The existing module scopes are still much more efficient than the built-in ones. So here's what you're getting. Along with the built-in scopes, we reviewed some of the features in the module scopes. Now they don't drain any energy. That should have been a thing a long time ago. Scopes should never drain energy. And that's, neither should engines, but hey, that's me. It says only one scope module can be mounted on an armored car. Each scope module transfers the weapon's viewpoint into itself. So when you zoom in, say your scope's down here on your cabin. So if you add like a TS1 Horizon, it puts it up on the top wherever you mount that scope, is what they're saying. The parameter of the TS1 Horizon has been changed. So durability increased from 36 points to 118. I agree with that. I like that. Mass increased from 36 to 90. That doesn't really bother me. The scope now has a second zoom mode with minor magnification. That's pretty cool. Excuse me, guys. The parameters of the neutrino scope have been changed as well. From durability increased from 72 to 135. Mass has increased from 40 to 90. That's pretty cool. Now the scopes do not increase the enemy detection range. They don't perform the function of a radar. Now neutrino will show the explosive parts of an enemy's armored vehicle only if it is detected by the cabin's radar. That's super nice. Sorry, turn that off. Or by an ally, so radars are going to become important for that. Added new settings to the interface section. Okay. Now they're on for no freaking reason. Scope activation allows you to choose how the scope how the scope will be activated. By pressing the scope is switched on and off by separate button presses. By holding the button, the scope is switched on when the corresponding key is pressed and held, and is switched off with the key if not pressed. Activating the scope by the mouse wheel. Okay, this is obviously using PC settings. The ability to switch on and change the scope's magnification by using the mouse wheel works only if the scope is activated by pressing. Change the magnification by pressing the button twice. Okay, if this option is active, you can immediately turn on scopes. Second magnification mode by pressing the corresponding key. Okay, physical model parts. So there's a lot in this list, and they say physical models, so you know what we see. Maybe, I don't know. That could be the case. I mean, to me, that's what it says when it says physical model. Passive melee weapons. A number of physical models for certain melee weapons have been improved. Now the sharpness of angles of physical models is not as sharp as it was before. Okay, most of these changes will affect the so-called wedges, the vehicles, the design features of which allow you to easily pick up an enemy, depriving him of ability to move around. Now it should be more difficult to pull off such actions on the battlefield. List of parts that have been improved. So these are all that received different blade effects or whatever. So the wedge is no longer like this, it's going to be level. I don't know. That's what they mean by that. It's not going to be as easy to wedge. So twin blade wing, hatchet, incisor, right flail and left flail, pull position, small plow, and the omen. So physical models of weapons. Many of you already know that the physical models of some weapons in the game may not correspond to their visual models, and as a result, the weapons with physical model that is too big inevitably receive more damage in battle. This is true, like the Phoenix, or the Spike 1, or the Toadfish. Super easy examples because they're gigantic weapons, and the ability to cover them with armor can be severely limited. On the contrary, the weapons with a physical model that is too small are too easily covered by other parts. They are more difficult to hit with a targeted shot or a hit with a blast wave. Many players rightly point to... That must be because I'm talking too much. Many players rightly pointed out that this gives an unfair advantage when assembling cars and in battles, and we agree with them. We have refined the physical models of a number of weapons and now correspond to their visual models. The full list changes weapons. So we have the Rapier, the Storm, the Whirlwind, Whirl, Cyclone. So those are all pretty big models. Smaller models beside this other stuff, the Vector, the Sinus, Spectre 2, Aspects, Punisher, Synthesis, Prometheus, Helios, MG Equalizer, so that's pretty cool. The Arbiter, Reaper, Aurora, Blockchain, Breaker, Piercer, Fidget, and Imp. So what that means is they're changing the physical building model, which God dang. So what I think that means is basically they are changing the hitbox of it, so where you can physically hit it and cause damage to the part, which is important. Or they're changing it to where when you're building with it, it's not as easy to tuck and hide certain weapons and do what you do because they're going to require more mass or more area to build with. Alrighty, so we've taken to your concerns about the effectiveness and survivability of the MG14 Arbiter into account. Its durability will be increased from 186 to 218. People were complaining about that? Lucky you people. I don't even have Arbiters. Changes for structural parts and cabins. So this is a big one for not only me because I like to build bulky, big builds, but structural parts. We have changed the parameters of common structural parts. We have reduced the power score and increased the durability of heavier parts. These changes will affect all armored vehicles, but according to our calculations, the heavy cabins will receive the biggest benefit from this. Now heavy assemblies that use these cabins as their base will be able to become significantly more durable, fully realizing their weight limit and their tonnage. It is important to note that you don't have to remove parts in order to reduce power score of the entire build, which... Okay. So cabins. As for the cabins, it's no secret that now most of the battles happen rather quickly. The players prefer to fight in close combat with appropriate weapons. We believe that one of the reasons this is behavior is the overstated maximum speed of cabins. So I don't think that's a behavior. I personally don't believe that everybody runs shotgun builds or that everyone personally prefers to be faster and in your face. shotgun, you know, arbiter, whatever it is, close quarters. I don't prefer that. I like range, but you know, whatever. The main purpose of these changes is to diversify the cabins in terms of maximum speed. This mostly concerns the medium cabins. Now their speed is not close to one of the lightweight cabins as it used to be. The speed of lightweight cabins and some heavy cabins has also been slightly adjusted in kilometers. So we've got the Sprinter from 80 to 90, the Huntsman from 70 to 75, the Growl from 95 to 100, Hot Rod 80 to 85, the Bear from 70 to 75, 75 to 80 for the Fury, 70 to 75 for the Jockey, 95 to 100 for the Bat, Aggressor gets a boost, Quantum, Photon, I mean, damn, Aggressor is 100 to 105, Quantum's 80 to 90, Photon 70 to 80, Cerberus is 95 to 100, Werewolf Cabin Dan, there you go, 95 to 100, Harpy is 95 to 100, Omnibox is 68 to 70, Deadman is 95 to 100, Janabi 95 to 100, Icebox 63 to 65, for the Tusk is 95 to 100, Ghost is 76 to 80, Torero is 85 to 100, that's a pretty decent jump. I like my Torero, I'm glad they're doing that, but you know, some of these cabins I would disagree with. The Favorite 80 to 90, Echo is 65 to 70, the Call 77 to 85, oh 77 instead of 85. So these are all being reduced, not increased. 80 instead of 90, 70 instead of 75. Okay, so a lot of these are cabin nerfs. Wow. Damn. A lot of these cabins are being reworked to slower versions. Like a lot of them. Cockpit's no longer 105. They're making it to where you can almost not hit the maximum speed, which is like 120 kilometers. Unless you have a capped out cheetah that's used for speed. Wow, okay, so these are all nerfs to all these cabins. Sorry guys, I totally misjudged that and did not read that. I thought it was all buffs. Yeah, 68 instead of 70, 95 instead of 100. That's a big difference. Okay, wow. Anyway, the time before the automatic carjack is activated decreased from 20 to 15 seconds for all cabins. So in addition changes mentioned above, you'll be able to see how the model of the Ghost cabin will be changed. Icarus 7 speed has been reduced from 80 to 75, so Hover's got another nerf. Wow. For all you guys who just spent all your money fusing your Hovers, or your Icarus 7s, like, sucks. The most attentive ones will also notice a number of other new features and changes. Okay, so why do we have to be attentive? Why can't they be in the notes? Some people just are belligerent and don't pay attention. That's why they say secret updates or secret patches, like Breakers having like 900 durability, but really they're just like invincible. Anyway, we remind you that on the test server, a lot of features may not be presented in their final form and can receive additional improvements. How to get to the test server. So if you had already participated in testing on a special server, then it will be enough to start a launcher on your folder, and with the test start client, you will be able to up to complete. So this test server will be sorry, I don't know why I'm spacing. Sorry, this test server is for PC, so if you have a PC you can install this test server, because you can't install this on a console. Anyway, it gives you step-by-step instructions on how to do all this, and then your time and dates down here. So if you guys are interested in looking at that, obviously you can pause the video or leave it here just to do that. But after testing changes, we invite you to leave your constructive feedback and plan to rework for this thread. It will open in a bit later after the launch of the test server. You can report any and all issues. Okay, well that's basically it guys for the presumed update that should be coming out. I thought it was supposed to be earlier this week or last week, but it didn't happen. But yeah, that's what they have in store for us, guys. Cabins are taking a fat nerf. Wedges are going to take a nerf. This is like a wedge nerf. Slower builds. Damn. slower builds and wedges are nerfed, is this finally going to be the fall of the wedge, I wonder? I do not know. But that looks like it is it, guys. My game's probably going to freeze on the way back in. I don't know. Oh, it's suspended. Anyways, guys, that's kind of what I have for this video. You have the Seeker Pack, and then that is your update, and then we have the Cabin Fuse event, which is going for another day and some odd hours. I don't know. I looked earlier, but yeah. That's all I got for you guys. I will try to download that test server and see if I can't get in there for you guys and make some videos and kind of show you what's going on with the game, you know, because that's what I wanted to do, is figure out that test server client, and now they are posting it, so if I can download it, I can show you guys stuff beforehand, or at least that's how it should work, I think. But yeah, guys, if you're still enjoying my videos, I will definitely see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys still like and subscribe and definitely share my stuff. Don't leave me behind. I know I'm a little scroob, but I am doing it. I'll see you guys later.